Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. I thought today I'd string together a bunch of little short sovereign citizen fail shorts. Some on the side of the road, some of them here, some of them in Australia, some of them in the courtroom. So let's check it out. Enjoy. Let's start with a traffic stop in Australia where the guy ends up losing his window. Check it out.
I don't have real ID. I'll show you their real ID. No, shoot me. What's your name again? And your ID?
Yep.
Okay.
Hold that. Now you're under arrest.
Why? What's a crime? What's a crime? What's a crime?
You think so?
What's a crime?
You're under arrest.
What's a crime?
Come on, out of the vehicle. Let's go.
Excuse me.
Out of the vehicle.
You are assaulting me now, okay? You are assaulting me.
Let's go.
You are assaulting
You're
me.
under arrest.
You are assaulting me.
Now that's what I call short and sweet. Window smash, under arrest, just like that. Let's check out a little sovereign citizen in court where the guy is just mumbling and nobody knows what he's talking about.
What are you talking about?
Okay. The Secretary of State has confirmed that the notary's signature that is on the charging document is not on their file. In other words, it is a
Look at Jill Gillette.
when they forged the notary's signature declaring the process.
I think I got this short from Law Talk with Mike. He was in the background there making comments and laughing. He ruined the whole video. Damn it, Law Talk with Mike, cut it out. Anyway, let's move on to what do we got here? Sovereign ugly police clash or something. No, well, yeah. Let's check that one out.
What's the emergency?
I'll stop you for a breath test.
Just give me the fucking machine, mate. I'll blow in your fucking bag. I'm going. Okay?
I want
Here's
your
my license.
first. Yep, thanks. No, give me your license. I need to do checks. I don't know who you are.
See that?
Okay.
That's my photo, isn't it? It looks like fucking me.
Badge number?
Don't have one. It's not America, mate.
Don't have badge numbers.
It's not America, mate.
You blokes are registered to America for your ABN number. Do you know your jurisdiction?
New South Wales, mate.
Just New South Wales. Yeah. Do you know the ABN number of the police force is registered in Norfolk Island? See, there's no real jurisdiction here.
It's kind of hard to believe these people have been spouting this nonsense for years and they still don't understand it. Always ends up badly. It never ends up in their favor. It costs them a fortune. They get their cars towed and impounded and sold at auction, and they just don't get it. They don't want to be accountable to the law, so they lose everything. I don't understand. Anyway, I got a couple more shorts for you. The next one is an actual encounter, but it's done in cartoon mode. It's funny as hell. Anyway, check this one out. This is hilarious.
There's no license plate on the rear of your vehicle.
The vehicle's not being used for commerce,
Okay,
sir.
it's on the roadway. It has to have a license plate on the rear.
That's not true.
Okay. Do you have your license on you?
Why did you stop me?
You don't have a license.
So I
plate on
didn't. There was no traffic
Okay, here's the
infraction.
deal.
No,
I'm not gonna argue
no.
with you,
Here's
okay?
the deal, sir. How about you listen for just a second? I'm wondering if your tie's too tight. Do you have pressure in your head right now? Does your face feel warm?
I need your license, registration, insurance, sir. I'm very easy to deal with.
I don't want to deal with you. I want to deal with your supervisor. He probably knows more than you. That would make sense, right? He's probably been doing it longer. He knows the job. He knows the ins and outs maybe a little better. That would be why he's the supervisor.
I know what I'm doing here. This is my traffic stop, okay?
You are gross. You're gross.
Can you work with me here?
Nope.
Go ahead and sit by the car.
Oh, I hurt your feelings. Why are you doing this? Does this make you feel like a man? Is that what you get off on?
Hush.
Hush. Don't tell me to hush. You want to violate my First Amendment?
Gotta say, that's my favorite one. That made me laugh my ass off. Jesus. I wish I was that creative. I could come up with something like that. Anyway, let's see if we can find one more for you folks. Hang in there. This next one is also from Australia, but this is a good sovereign citizen story. It's quite humorous. It's about a fellow called Prince Leonard. He actually ruled over his own empire for 40-some years. He's passed away a few years back in his 90s, and the empire has been dissolved. and the government ended up screwing him around and fined him $3 million after they gave him permission not to pay taxes. But anyway, let's check out this news clip from about 12 or 13 years ago.
How could you not have heard of the delightfully offbeat Prince Leonard, the wheat farmer who 40-odd years ago declared his own country within Western Australia? Well, currently His Royal Highness has had his nose out of joint because he hasn't been invited to Choggum, the equally curious Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting being held later this year just down the road in Perth. Reporter Nick Way recently crossed the so-called border into the self-styled Prince Leonard's Hutt River province.
It's a hard land.
41 years after first raising a rebel flag on his Hutt River property, Prince Leonard Casley wants to take his place with presidents, prime ministers and even the Queen.
How many people have told you you're mad?
Well, quite a few.
Not bad for a farmer who took on the government over wheat quotas in 1969. He then promptly seceded from Australia and declared the Hutt River province his independent state.
How do you do? And where are you from?
Germany.
Germany, oh, too, from Germany, yeah. I'll take the challenge, you know, but enjoy the life because you'll only have one life and you might as well enjoy it. Welcome to Hutt River.
Cheers, mate.
It seems they started all this because they rationed how much wheat you could grow or something like that, and it was going to put him out of business, so he started his own country. And it turned out so well because he got a big tourist attraction going on and stuff like that, so the government let him get away with not paying taxes for decades. But then it came back and they changed their mind after a while, and it kind of screwed him around. But this is a good story. Let's watch some more of it.
And this wily prince has the touch of King Midas, turning a dusty, debt-ridden 10,000 hectares of wheat and sheep country into a tourist magnet. It's still often dusty, but 40,000 visitors a year support the rebel cause and cross the border.
You've got a passport, have you?
Many greeted by the royal wink and all given the nod, an increasingly young stream of the curious from across the globe.
Pleasure.
Thank you very
My
much.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Even though he's not an Australian, he has done something that is typically Australian.
Our more traditional leaders in Canberra may not have such a rosy view. To prove his point, the Prince has a collection of zero tax rulings from the ATO.
10 years, no tax. The argument is finished completely now.
But before we all get a royal flush, beware. The legal loophole that allowed this breakaway won't be repeated.
There's about 3 in jail for trying. Under the Treasons Act, it is an offence.
Hutt River prints its own stamps and currency. Rock star John English wrote the national anthem, and there are now knights and dames peppered among thousands of citizens worldwide. At 85, the World War II veteran and former accountant still wrestles with numbers and universal questions, even claiming to have calculated the mathematical secret of life.
142857, and I've shown here that code is in everything that exists.
And with Queen Elizabeth due to visit the neighbouring nation of Australia in October, Prince Leonard's renewed his quest to join the Commonwealth Heads of Government as a special guest of Choggum.
Myself and my wife, we are citizens of the Commonwealth nations.
Officials planning the big Commonwealth bash in Perth are now considering his request.
Needless to say, they didn't consider his request for long because he did not attend. They did not invite him to attend, because it was kind of a novelty thing, and he was making money for the country, and so they let him keep going until they decided to screw him around. The guy's not out, driving without a license and doing all that nonsense that these guys do today. He was an actual sovereign citizen, and he had permission from his country to do it for a while, but then they turned their back on him. Anyway, let's watch the end of it.
Meanwhile, the Prince will journey to a foreign land. He's starring in a documentary at this month's Sydney Film Festival. Then he's due for some plastic surgery on that legendary wonky eyelid.
And what did Princess Shirley say about that?
She said, "You've had it for 85 years, what do you want to do that for?" I said, "Oh, well, this television,
It seems looks count, and when it comes to succession, there could be a queue from Buckingham Palace.
I think when Queen Elizabeth does resign, maybe I might.
And maybe he's more than just a wily old wheat farmer with a regal obsession.
Speaking of offbeat, were we?
That was an awesome story. The one good citizen, and unfortunately he died several years ago. At around 94 years old, I think he was. Anyway, yeah, they came back and they charged him $3 million in past taxes for the years that, you know, he was supposed to be exempt according to the government. Something like that anyway, I don't know. But if you look him up, Prince Leonard, Australia, you'll find a lot of articles on this guy. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Y'all have a fantastic day. Love ya. Bye.